Emotion is very important. It's been excised from architecture. We expect emotion in the theater. We expect emotion in our daily relationships, with love, with erotic emotions. Philosophy, think about it, it's eroticism of the mind. That's what the philosophia means in Greek. But in the 20th century, already 19th, people tried to say architecture is an abstraction. It has nothing to do with emotion. It's form follows function. It's this cool thing. It's cut out to be a neutralized space. And I never liked it. It never appeals to me, this neutralized space. Because, by the way, the neutralized space is full of emotion, but the emotion that I don't like. You walk up to Mises Nationalgalerie in Berlin, maybe the most neutral building ever built. All glass, just 4 columns, whatever, the black roof. People say, that's a neutral building. Wow, that's a statement of oppression. So, I don't believe in just glass and neutrality and nice white boxes. And Denmark has a lot of it. It's white, it's kind of Protestant, it's all, following a certain eternal order that's been given by God. I kind of like the emotion. Emotion is complex. Emotion is taking you to another space. Emotion is a self-reflection also. Why? Why do you not like this picture? Why do you love this one and hate this one? Isn't it equal? Both have beautiful eyes. They have mouth. What about their soul? Kind of a building is like that in some sense. So emotion has been extricated. And I try to say that there is no story without an emotion. Because I believe architecture is a storytelling profession. It tells a story. There's got to be an emotion. A story without an emotion is just a report in the Wall Street Journal, on stock prices. But a story with emotion, that's what makes us human. That's why we still read 1,000-year-old documents, because they have emotion. They bring us. We might disagree. We might even hate it. God ordered us to cross the sea. We might think it's crazy, but that emotion has formed the spiritual world. It's the soul. There would be no soul if the soul was just an accountant. So I think emotion is important, and it's something that is not connected with architecture today. If you say emotion, people say, not for me. Give us a neutral space. We don't want emotion. But everything, because everything is symbolic, everything is emotional. There's nothing that has no meaning. Even a zero has an emotional meaning. A blank piece of paper. The white on white of Malevich, is emotion. So they tried to separate it. They, meaning the great masters of purity, tried to extricate us from emotion. But they failed. We saw this in the tragic events of the 20th century, where people with PhDs were able to murder children. That was something wrong. Something went wrong somewhere. This purification process didn't add up to humanity. Proust describes architecture in words. He's an architect in language, because he makes us feel the emotion when he's standing in San Marco, in the Church of San Marco in Venice, and he's standing on 2 uneven paving stones. And suddenly this sudden realization of this unevenness of the stone brings his whole life back to when he was a kid, and he decides to write the greatest book of his life, the research of things past, remembrance of things past. It was this architectural, this physical encounter, unexpected in space. But he was a genius. He actually took advantage of that gap that wasn't supposed to be there, and his life blossomed into an enormous work of art. His life itself. He was an invalid, but what he wrote makes us all healthier.